So next step, sliding. Sliding formula, F is equal to mu into summation of W divided by pH. So what is mu? Internal friction, which is given in given data. So mu is equal to 0.5. Next summation of W, you can get it from here. Okay, you can get it from here. Next divided by pH. pH value you can get it from this step. Okay, from here pH value, that is nothing but horizontal force, total horizontal force. So what is the answer? 1.2. So it is lesser than 1.5. So hence it is not safe against shear. Sorry, slide. That means in previous step, our structure is safe against overturning about toe, but it is not safe against sliding. So if this is not a safe against sliding, means we have to provide shear key. Okay, na shear key we have to provide. This part is called shear key, so that one we have to provide. So hence it is not a safe, so we provide shear key. Okay, that's it. Next, soil pressure under base slab. So now there is a soil pressure will occur under the base slab. Now, so formula will be x bar is equal to ms minus m naught divided by summation of w. So here you can see here one force is coming. So this pressure won't occur on exactly middle. Okay, there is a eccentricity. Okay, na? Here you can see eccentricity from here to here, that x bar. Okay, na? Suppose okay, so we need to find x bar. So x bar means, so okay, let me draw that diagram. Okay, here, okay, this force will, sorry, okay, suppose this is your exactly center, means okay, it will occur like this. Okay, that pressure here is your soil pressure, it will occur like that. This is your centroidal position, means this is one is e eccentricity from here to here, x bar. So we need to find out what is the e distance. Suppose if you are able to find out x bar, means you can get this one is b. So b minus x bar, you will get what is e value, sorry, b by 2. Okay, from here, from centroidal axis. Okay, so now let's calculate x bar. So we know that summation of m is equal to 256 minus m naught 107 divided by summation of w. So x bar is equal to 0.94914 meter. So I said that here is your, okay, now what is the distance here? B by 2, here b by 2. This one is e, this one is x bar. So b by 2 minus x bar. Okay, so then you will get the e value from here to here. So 2.5 by 2 minus 0.914, you will get e value. Next, the maximum pressure at toe and the minimum pressure at heel. Now the maximum pressure will occur here, toe side. Okay, okay, it will toe side. So summation of w divided by b, here is the formula is there. So summation of w, the total weight, w1, w2, w3, w4, here you can get, okay, this value 163.3 divided by b, total base slab width 2.5 into 1 plus 6 into e value. Okay, this one is e value, this one is e value 0.336 divided by 2.5. Suppose same formula, just you need to add, instead of plus you are adding minus. Okay, remaining all are same, you will get the minimum pressure. Like that we will find out maximum and minimum pressure. So what is the maximum pressure which is going to occur on our structure, our design structure, our retaining wall? That is 118. So what is the safe bearing capacity of the soil? 200. So hence it is safe. Suppose if you are getting a greater than 200, means you have to redesign the problem. So now it is safe. you can see here that maximum pressure itself 118 only, but this what is the safe bearing capacity 200, so it is safe. So next one is design of stem, step 3. So design of stem. So total force acting on the stem is 1 by 2 Ka gamma h square. So next one, the maximum at the base of the stem 1 by 2 into gamma into K into h2 square into h2 by cut 2 by 3. So here actually this is h2 only, this is h2, so totally h2 cube by 6. So substitute all the values gamma h2 everything, you will get 82.31 kilonewton meter. Okay, so kilonewton per meter convert into ultimate moment, so multiplied by factor of 1.5, so you will get 123.49 into 10 power 6 kilonewton mm. So here from given data use M20 grade concrete and Fe415 steel. So mu limit is equal to page number 96 IS 456 2000 0.36 XU max by D 1 minus 0.42 into this one, we will get it from code book. So now okay, now here you can see XU max by D is equal to 0.48. This one we will get it from code book. Okay, you can see here for Fe415 that XU max by D is equal to 0.48. So remaining all the value, we know that one XU max by D, that entire XU max D will be 0.48. So 0.36, 0.48. Again same FCK is equal to 20. Next we need to find out D. Okay, next we need to find out the D value. So next substitute all the values. So what is mu limit? Mu limit. Okay, now this one is mu limit. This one is mu limit. Maximum moment is equal to 123. So finally we'll by substituting all these values. Okay, here when you are substituting B, okay, here you are substituting B, don't substitute 2.5. Okay, this is wrong. For per 1 meter we have to design, so it is 1000 is equal to 1 meter. So T is equal to 211.49 mm. Okay, design of stem is completed. So adapt effective depth at the base. So how much we have provided? More 0.4. So adapt effective depth is equal to 350 mm. Okay, just you are deducting the effective cover. So mu limit, next mu limit is equal to, okay, here on formula is there, mu limit is equal to 0.138 fck b d square. Okay, so fck is equal to 20, p is equal to 1000, t is equal to 350 mm. Actually I got 211.49 mm. Okay, so I am adapting 350 mm. So what is the mu limit? 339 kilonewton meter. So what is the mu which is going to occur on the stem? What is the mu limit here? 123. Okay, 123. Now this the provided depth, for this for the provided dimension which I have given, it can able to resist 338 kilonewton meter. So it is safe. So mu is lesser than mu limit. Okay, so hence provide effective depth D is equal to 350 mm. Okay, that's it. So next okay, that's it. This one is overall depth is equal to 400 mm. Okay, which we have already provided. So area of steel required we need to find out. Area of steel required we need to find out. For that formula, go to code book page number okay, annexer G. Annexer G you can see here. Okay, na 0.87, 0.87 and previous formula 0.36 x max by D, these things. Okay, so by substitute all the value you will get the AST. Like what is mu? Okay, here it is, the formula will go like this. mu is equal to 0.87, mu is equal to 123, 0.87, Fy is equal to 415, AST which we need to find out now. Next D is equal to 350 mm. Effective depth, don't write overall depth, effective depth. Next one is AST. Again AST is gone. Next to D, everything. P is equal to 1000. For per 1 meter we have to design, so 1000 into D. By substituting all this value you will get AST. You know, that's it. Next, provide 12 mm dia bars as usual. Already you have seen in previous problem, rectangular retaining wall. So spacing is equal to pi by 4, small, like a small AST. Okay, na, the area of steel rainbow, area of steel rod. So pi by 4 into d square. What is d? I have provided 12 mm dia bars. Pi by 4 into 12 square divided by AST. This one into 1000. So what is the value I am getting? Spacing is equal to 108.61 mm. So let's provide 12 mm dia bars at the rate of 100 mm center to center. Okay. Next, distribution steel. Distribution steel is equal to 0.12 percentage of, like, provide minimum reinforcement. So let's take the average stem. Like this one is average stem means. Okay. So here 200 is there. 200 is there. Here 400 is there. So simply, so 200 plus 400, this is 400. Okay, divided by 2, 600 by 2 is equal to 300 mm. So AST minimum is equal to, this is nothing but 0.12 percentage of B into D. So finally you will find out B is equal to 1000. So depth is equal to average depth 300. Why I am taking average depth means it is not a uniform one, right? It is from top to bottom, it is not a uniform, it is gradually increasing. So that's it, it is completed. Next one is check for shear. So check for shear. Shear force is equal to 1 by 2 Ka gamma into H square. So we all know, you all know these values. V is equal to 56.76 kilonewton. So next one, find out ultimate shear force 1.5 into V. You will get 85.1 kilonewton. So from page number 73, dou V is equal to Vu by Vd. So Vu you know that one, and B is equal to 1000. What is D? Effective depth is equal to 350, 0.243 Newton per mm square. So next one, Bs is equal to that percentage of steel 100 into AST divided by BD. So AST is equal to, you already calculated from the formula, 1041.27 divided by B into 1000, so 0.297. So why we need to calculate means we need to find whether the shear, whether the structure is going to uh, retain, whether the structure is going to sustain that shear force, shear stress. So we need to check this one. To check this one, go to steel, go to code book, page number, page number 73 లో ఉంది. 70, so it is in 73. So what is here, this one we have 100 AST. So 100 AST, ASPD, okay, 100 ASPD. What is the value? 0.297. Okay, 0.297. So the 0.297 means it is lying between 0.297. It is between 0.25, 0.5. This value is between 0.25 to 0.5. This one, okay. So 0.297. So we need to find out what is the grade concrete M20. So for M20 grade concrete for 0.25, what is the value? 0.36. Okay. So here 0.36 for 0.5, for 0.5, for 0.5 value is 0.48. Okay, here you can see 0.48. So permissible shear stress is equal to, do the iteration process. So if you are doing means dou is equal to 0.38 Newton per mm square. Now what is the shear stress? It should resist 0.243. So this dou V should be lesser than tau C. So it is safe. That's it. So let's go to the next step, design of heel slab. So next one, So stem is completed, stem design and checking and everything is completed. Next we are going for design of heel slab. So heel slab. Now listen carefully for this step. Mostly we will get confusion when step 4, due to we need to find out these pressures at the different points. So let's say this is your limit. Here 0 is starting, the 1.35, 0.4. Next this one is 0.75. So already we have found out maximum pressure and minimum pressure. What is the maximum pressure? 118.64 kilonewton per meter square. What is the minimum pressure? 12.02 kilonewton per meter square. From where we got this value? Here. Okay, after find out eccentricity value, we have found maximum pressure and minimum pressure and checked that whether this soil can able to resist this maximum pressure. Okay, so from that we got these values. Now at point 0, okay, at here what is the value? 12.02. Okay, 12.02. Now at C, at this junction, at heel junction, what is the pressure? We need to check out here. Okay, next coming to this point, the toe starting point, what is the pressure? We have to check. And finally we know this pressure 118.64. Okay, now let's divide this one. A, B, C, D, E, F. This one is I. Okay, now here this point here. Okay, next G. Okay, so at 0, 12.02. At 1.35 we do not know the value. At 2.5, at 2.5, 118.64. So what we need to find out, what is the value here? At C, what is the value? So let's find out this value. To find that one, just limit this one. This last 118.64, same iteration process, minus 12.02 divided by 2.5. What is the total listener? 2.5 minus 0. Here there is this limit. Next, at which point we need to calculate? At this one. At the distance of 1.35 we need to find it. So 1.35 minus 0. So and plus 12.02. So what is the value? 69.59 kilonewton per meter square. That means at F, 69.59 kilonewton per meter square. So how will you find out this I value? Okay, I value simply 69.09 minus 12.02. That's it, right? So from here to here 69.9. So up to here, what is the value? 12.02. You can see here the same value 12.02. So if you deduct the entire value from this value, means you will get the pressure here 57.57 kilometer per meter square. That is the pressure at I value. Okay, that is the pressure of I. Next, soil pressure at point G on toe. Okay, now starting by toe, at the starting point of toe, what is the pressure? G we need to find out, and J also we need to find out. So same at 0, what is the value? At 0, what is the value? Now at which distance we need to find out the pressure? 1.775. Okay, you need to come from this side, from here you need to find out. So until this point the distance will be 1.35 plus 0.4, 1.75. At 1.75, what is the pressure? At 2.5, 118.64. So follow the same procedure. 118.2, 12.2, same. You need to find at which point you have to calculate 1.75 minus 0. Next, so what is the value? Soil pressure at soil pressure at soil pressure at G is equal to 86.65. Okay, kilonewton per meter square. So soil pressure at toe point G, that is, so 118. Okay, let's go here. So at G is equal to 118 total height minus this one, total pressure minus this one, 86.65. Are the, we understand entire from here what is the total height? 1818 up to here 86. If you deduct means you will get this value. Okay, that's it. So what is the pressure here? A 31.9 kilonewton per meter square. Now when you are considering this one, you can see there is a downward force and upward force. Okay, that backfill, okay, we are designing, which one we are designing? We are designing the heel slab, and while designing the heel slab, you can see that the heel slab is acting downward. Okay, this weight of the heel slab, this weight of the heel slab will acting downwards, and this backfill also acting downwards. We are designing up to here only. Okay, up to here only. And one more thing, the remaining are acting upwards. Okay, here you can see this is soil pressure, which will act upward, not downward. Okay, which is acting upward direction, like this it will act. Okay, we need to divide, we need to compensate this one, upward minus downward. So let's go here, let's go back here. So weight of the backfill, follow the same procedure. Okay, weight of the backfill, what is the height? W, what is the height here? 4.35. What is the width here? 1.35. Okay, so 4.35 into 1.35 into 1 into 18 unit weight of the soil. So what is the value? 105.7. Next, distance. Okay, you are taking distance about this point, about this point. So directly what is the distance? 1.35 by 2. Okay, up to here only you are going to design. So for every distance is equal to 1.35 by 2. Okay, so 1.35 by 2. Okay, next to load into distance, you will get the moment. Next, self weight of the heel. So what is the self weight of the heel? So what is the height? 0.4. What is the width? 1.35. 1.35. So what is the value? Unit weight of the material is concrete, 13.5. So same distance, load into distance 0.675. So your final answer will be 9.035. Now here total downward force, downward weight is equal to 109.2, total downward moment is equal to 80.39. Next we need to find out the upward force due to rectangular portion CDEI. Okay, why means here you can see here you are designing up to here only, up to heel slab you are designing. So C D E, okay, this one is I. Okay, so this we are going to divide, one is a rectangular and another one is this triangle. These both are acting upwards. Okay, I hope you understood this step. This triangular actually this entire part is acting upwards. For simplification process we are dividing this rectangular portion as a first portion, next one is triangular. So let's go to the step. So what is the length? Okay, so what is the length for rectangular? What is the length for rectangular? What is the length? 1.35, right? 1.35. So what is the height from here? What is the height from here to here? 12.02. Okay, that's it. That's it. Next to per meter. So what is the total value? 16.227. So next one, same distance will be same, 1.35 by 2, 0.675. You will get the moment. Next, this one is upward force due to triangular force, EIF. So it is half into base into H. So next one is this one. So half into base into H is equal to half. What is base? 1.35. What is the height from here to here? You can we got this value 57.57. Okay, that's it. You got the value 38.85. So again, summation of weight due to upward force 55.07. Next, load into load into distance 38.285 into 0.85 17.48. Some measure of moment due to upward force. So from this table, we will find out what is the maximum service bending moment. So here, what is the moment? One is upward, one is downward. So the downward force will be plus, upward force will be minus. So 80.39 minus 28.35. That will be the moment. What is the moment? Service moment 52.04. So again, mu ultimate 1.5 into 52.04, and finally we'll get 878.06. Again follow the same procedure similar to previous one stem. So 0.87 fy 0.87 fy ast into d 1 minus ast fy by fck bd. We all know every know values now except asd. So what is the asd? What is the asd we need to provide to resist this 78.06 kilonewton meter, 642.717 mm square. Next we need to find out so let's go to this one. Use 12 mm tie bars by 4 into 12 square divided by ast value into 1000. So spacing will be 170 mm. So when you're going here, next one is cross sectional area of ast minimum cross sectional area will be 480 mm square. So okay, for this, okay, this one for distribution. Okay, this one for distributional reinforcement. So for 480, okay, here spacing is same. Use the same formula, you will get the spacing. So use 8 mm bars at 200 mm center to center and each face of the heel slab. So that's it. And next one is design of toe slab. Okay, design of toe slab. So for design of toe slab, follow the same procedure. Okay, design of toe slab. Now here same in toe slab also some downward force are there and upward force also there. So what is the downward force acting? Here you can see from when you're considering this heel side, you can see some backfill and this toe slab. Now when you're considering this sorry heel slab here, so when you're considering this one toe slab weight and this soil fill, okay na? The soil filling also we need to calculate. So to calculate this one, same area we need to calculate. So what is the distance? Base into height. So we need to find out what is the height here. Okay, base we know that 0.875. To find out the height, so in first step we have found this one, y minimum 1.25 meter. So here 4.75 total height, 4.75 total height minus 0.4. Okay, what is the total height? 4.35. So 4.35 minus this one 0.4 minus 3.5. Sorry, you understand? From entire distance, okay now, from entire distance I deducted this one 0.4, I deducted this one 3.5. So I will get this value. Okay, that's it, 0.85 meter, 0.85 meter. Okay now, like that we will so this height will be 0.85. So that's it. And what is the material? That one is soil, so 11.47. So what is the distance? 0.75 divided by 2. You can see here. Okay, just to see here what is the distance. Sorry. So what is the distance? 0.75 divided by 2. 0.87 divided by 2. Finally, this load into distance 4.303. Self weight of dou is equal to 0.4 into 0.75. Same like this one. What is the height? 0.4. Okay, and 0.75 Okay, 0.75 into unit weight of the material 25, 7.5. Next to 0.75 divided by 2, same the distance, and finally load into distance 2.81. So summation of W for downward force is equal to 88.97. Summation of moment of for downward force is equal to 7.11. Next to similarly, by using that pressure diagram, we need to find out what is the upward force. Okay, upward soil force. Let's calculate. Let's go here. So what is the acting from A, B, okay, and G, J, that will be first portion rectangular. Next H, G, J, this will be second one triangular portion, like we have done in a previous step, right? For design of heel slab, similar we need to follow for toe slab. So calculate this one. So what is this? B into H. So what is the breadth? 0.75. What is G value here? G here, G, okay, 86.65. Okay, that's it. So 0.75 into 86.65 into 1, 64.99. Okay, so that's it. Load into distance 24.37. Similarly follow for triangular 1 by 2 into this one. What is that height and breadth B is equal to 0.75 and 31.9, and for this one you need to change, this is 2b by 3. Okay, so that's it. Again summation of W for upward direction, summation of movement for downward direction, and like previously we have done to calculate the movement. So upward minus downwards, 30.35 minus 7.11, so you'll get 23.24 kilonewton per meter. So M is equal to 1.5 into 23.24, you will get the ultimate moment. For that ultimate moment, what is AST, you need to find out. So for AST, you can provide whatever the diameter you need. So here we have choose 12 mm dia bars. For 12 mm dia bars, what is the spacing? 235. So let's provide 200 mm. So whenever you are providing the spacing, please reduce the spacing from the value you are getting, okay, from the answer. So next distribution for same as a here. So whatever the distribution for you have used in heel slab, you can use here also. So follow the same, like provide 8 mm die bars at the rate of 200 mm center to center on both sides. So this is next one is design of shear key. So design of shear key. So next one, design of shear key. So to find out this one, Kp is equal to 1 by Ka by Ka. So this K is nothing but 1 by 3. So when it is going above, this will be 3. So Kp is equal to 3. So let us assume this X value. Okay, now this X we need to find out what is the projection we should provide to resist the sliding. You know that when we are checking the checking against sliding, our design is will fail due to sliding. To resist that sliding, we must provide shear key. So that shear key width, we know that width we are providing the same width, we same width as so whatever the width you are providing, use the same width. Suppose if it is 0.5, provide the 0.5, but the projection, how much projection we need to give, that we do not know, that we need to find out X value. To find out X value, we should know the Kp value. What is the passive pressure? So okay, so Kp is equal to 3. Here Pp values are added to the name Pp is equal to Kp into P into X. Okay, come to here below this one. So passive pressure is equal to passive Kp into P into X. So Kp we know that 3, P 86.65 from previous steps into X. Okay, so Pp is equal to 250.96 X. Next one. So F is equal to mu into summation of W. These are all formula. Summation of W plus PP divided by PH. So here Fs we know 1.5. Substitute all these values. Summation of W from the first tabular column. You will get this summation of W. Next PP is equal to 259.96 and PH is equal to 67.69. So from that we will get X is equal to 76.4 mm. So to resist this sliding, we have to provide 76.4 mm. So now this 76.4 mm. Okay, so let's provide x is equal to 200 mm. Now again, without substituting this 1.5 fs value, substitute this 200 value here. Okay, so from, if you substitute means you will get fs equal to 1.97, which is greater than 1.5, so hence it is safe. So next we will go for reinforcement. Provide the minimum reinforcement 0.3 percentage into BD. So what is the B into D means? This one is B is equal to 1000, D is equal to 400, 1200 mm square. Provide 12 mm die bars. Okay, like follow the same procedure. Find the spacing. So provide 12 mm die bars at rate of 100 mm center to center on both faces. Next, find the distribution bars. So distribution bars using 8 mm die bars. If you again use the say this value, minimum reinforcement will be 1200. So same, provide 8 mm die bars at the rate of 100 mm center to center. So next one, check for shear at junction of the shear key. So resultant shear force B is equal to PA minus mu into summation of W. You know all this value. Next, when you are using this one, okay, this PA value, you know, that 67.69. When you are using this step, use 1.5. Okay, factor of safety minus mu, you know that one, summation of W from first tabular column, you will get 19.85 kilonewton. Okay, nominal shear force. So next, dou V is equal to VU by BD. So what is VU? 19.85. B is nothing but breadth. Depth is nothing but 350. Effective cover. Okay, effective cover is equal to 350 mm. Sorry, effective depth. Effective depth is equal to 350 mm. Dou is equal to 0.085 Newton per mm square. So again, use the tabular column. Okay, already explained how to use this one. Table 19. Okay, use the table 19 and calculate the value. If you calculate means you will get tau z is equal to 0.4 Newton per mm square. So what is the value? You will get 0.085. So here, if you calculate 100 into AST, minimum reinforcement of for shear key 1200, 0.34 you are getting, right? 0.34. Okay, so that value will lie between same like a previous one here. Okay, it is lie between 0.25 to 0.5. Use a similar iteration process and do the problem. Tau c is equal to 0.4, so which is greater than 0.085, so hence it is safe. Finally, when you're coming to this reinforcement details, okay, when coming to this reinforcement details, so first one, let's see the stem. Okay, let's see the stem value. Okay, for here the stem value will be, use 12 mm dia bars for stem. Okay, design of stem, here you can see design of stem. Okay, here you can see design of stem. That value will be for main reinforcement 12 mm dia bars at the rate of 100 mm center to center. So here you can see here 12 mm dia bars at the rate of 100 mm center to center. For distribution reinforcement, 8 mm dia bars at the rate of 270 mm center to center. That's it, it is completed. Okay na? So here total width is equal to 0.4 meter, and mark this one also 0.2 meter at the top. So what is the height of the backfill? 4.35. What is the total depth? 4.75. What is the width of heel slabs? 1.35. What is the width of the toe slab? 0.75. What is the thick depth of the base slab? 0.4. What is the dimension here? So here 0.4. I forgot to mention here 0.2 meter depth. So please mention, don't forget to mention all the dimension first. Next you will mention the, you will give the detail of reinforcement. Okay, so stem is completed. Next we will go to the step 4, heel slab. So here you can see, design of heel slab. Okay, here you can see design of heel slab. So let's go here. So what is the dimension? Let's go here. So 12 mm dia bars. Okay, 12 mm dia bars at the rate of 270 mm main reinforcement, and using 8 mm dia bars, 8 mm dia bars at the rate of 200 mm center to center. Go to diagram, let's check. whether I have provided correct data or not. So 12 mm diabars at the rate of 200 mm center to center, and distribution force will be 8 mm diabars at the rate of 200 mm center to center. Similarly, heel slab also mark the value. And when you're coming to this one is a shear key one, you know that one 100 mm center to center. Use 8 mm diabars at the rate of 100 mm center to center. That's it. Problem is completed. And